So, I mean,
I'm Barack Obama, and I approve this message.
what's that? He running again?
No, I gotta. Okay, I'm about to hear my guy Jamal. He tried to call me.
Okay. What's his name? Is it Cobb? He got a good point. What about you? I know you're talking about me.
Yo, you on our podcast, my brother? How you doing?
What's happening, man?
Can you hear me? Can you hear?
I can hear you.
Yeah,
you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear him loud and clear.
I can hear you. I'm watching the podcast and on the phone with about it now. What's going on down there in Champaign? What y'all talking about? The blacks can't come together down there in Champaign about?
Yeah, what's going on with that? That's what I want to know.
Hey, we would just talk. We ain't recorded in about 3 weeks, so we just catching up. So we was talking about the NBA in China.
Mm-hmm.
And how China pretty much sunned them dudes and put a muzzle on them. So then we trying to tie it into, locally, how come, so then I got to talking about Ye, because I read an article about if he brought the factories to Wyoming, his shoe would cost about $75 more than it would if he manufactured the shoe in America as opposed to China. So then when you signed on, I listened to y'all episode today and y'all went hard on my man, and all I'm saying is the motivation and why he's doing it is because Obama's sunned him. So that's what I was saying.
So you're basically saying you're okay with all these antics and everything that he's saying because he's getting backlash from the black delegation, and you're okay with him saying blacks lack culture.
Who said that?
Yeah, he said that. He said that.
Come on, man.
No, I'm not.
He said black culture. Now, come on now.
Yeah.
Come on, Ken Jinx. You got to give brother the narrative. Now, don't give your narrative because you like Ye and you like the album.
Is he
now,
biased?
Can I not?
I want to hear. I don't know. I don't know the story, but
Hey, brother, this is my host, brother Timothy.
But it does sound like you like you know.
I'm a self-admitted Kanye stan
On everything, or depend on what he says, or just
I don't pay no mind to that. But you got a point. I don't agree with everything. I'm really about the music, but I do feel like I know why this is going on, and I might be looking past it, which I shouldn't do that. No, for sure, I shouldn't do that.
What did he say?
He did say we don't have no culture, but he definitely he took a lot of things just off the cuff, just saying because we don't own clothes. When we sign the music deals, we sign into somebody else. So he basically equated that to saying that we don't have no culture just because we don't own. Which you're right, Jamal. That's inaccurate, and that's not true.
Right, he shouldn't be saying. You don't sit up and say that. Okay, he went on Big Boy TV.
I seen that.
Make sure you have Brother Timothy look at that Big Boy interview of what Kanye said.
Yeah, I want to watch it now.
Big Boy had to tell Kanye, "Don't leave us. Don't leave us." You got to look at everything that Kanye has done is talking about. He didn't go to Detroit and say, Republican this, Republican that, like that, like he did in Utah.
Yeah, he was pandering. He was pandering. Yeah, I didn't like.
He didn't go to Chicago and Atlanta and do that. They would have tore his ass up. The fact that I don't care how much you singing about Jesus this and Jesus that and everything. They would have snatched him up right then and there, security and all. If he would have said what he said. But the thing about it is, think about this dog and pony show. It's like slavery, right? You put the people out. You talk crazy, but you put people out there, and you using the whole Jesus thing, and you using the whole I'm a born again Christian, and I got $68 million refund because I'm a born again Christian and stuff like that. You doing all these things and then saying all this stuff like you blacks lack culture. We don't own this. We don't have that. everything is done with him. His mindset: you went against me, I'm gonna come back at you, and I'm gonna go back at you this other way because you shunned me. That's what he does. That's the only thing he bases everything off of. Think about that. He's feel like he's been shunned by us, by the black delegation. But you was just out here singing songs to us and everything like that in D.C. and in the blackest cities ever, all the black cities. But yet you know you're gonna get up on live national TV and say we're cultureless. It's like, how dare you? And I love Kanye's music prior to this transformation. I love Kanye's music I like the last album. I love some of the last albums. But think about what I'm saying, Brother Timothy and Ken. You know, for you to sit up and say we're cultureless, it's like you didn't ingratiated yourself to not even understand and still be black. You can't do that. You can't sit up and say that we're cultureless. That's why Big Boy was like, man, don't leave us. Don't leave us.
That puts a different perspective on it. That does. I mean, we should never bash each other like that, especially if we have issues with each other. We should take it in the back room and we can deal with it how we deal with it. But when we come out, you know, we should be on one accord. And that's one of the things that keep us separated and divided, because we will air everything we have right out in the public and then wonder how people can plan and plot and get away with some of the things that they do to us.
Hey, Jamal, just let me, basically what has happened is when you call me, I have your sound coming through an audio box. So the Facebook Live can't hear you.
They should hear through here.
But so this is our first time trying to go live. So
okay, good.
But we can hear you. So when we put the episode out, your audio will be alive and well. So to our Facebook listeners, we definitely apologize, but just to fill y'all in, Jamal basically has shut me the fuck up.
No, I have not.
Come on, man. You and that FCC.
No. He basically has made some great points about some of the pandering that Kanye has done on not only on his album release run, his Sunday service as well. Last week he went on a big he did some press, and Big Boy out of LA in particular, he said he was Kanye had said we were cultureless, and Jamal has just pretty much called my bluff and just was like, you know, that's inappropriate. I mean, just basically like, no, that ain't cool. So I'm sorry.
That's
No.
not cool. You only are we good? We go way back.
No. I'm trying to feel the people. Oh man, man. Of course, like I said, you want the inspirations why I do this. So I know we good. I'm just trying to feel the people in that can't hear you. You know, because you're going into a feed that is not.
But they
on the
will
Facebook
hear him
Live.
after this.
If they listen to the links when I post them,
Okay,
they'll be able to hear.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
But that does give a different perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I really can't argue, because I mean, it's not even about arguing. I really can't retort that, because Kanye has said a lot, and I don't agree with all of it. I'll never vote for Trump, but I feel like I let it slide because I felt like I know why he's doing it.
Okay.
You know, when Obama
you said something about Wyoming and Adidas, or what's that?
So I read an article because we was talking about the NBA versus China, and so Brother Timothy was just basically like, we were just talking about, you know, the shoes being made in China and stuff like that, and so I read an article talking about how some figures was released that if Kanye's vision to bring factories to Wyoming and the shoes, his Yeezy boots and stuff are manufactured in the United States, it would be like 75 to 77 more than what they're being sold for now, based on how much they would cost. Because it right now in China, they only $35. They only $35 to manufacture and
one shoe.
Yeah, one shoe.
It costs $35.
Yeah.
No way.
Damn.
It's
And
like $5,
for
man.
him,
They can make
so
that
for
shoe
him
for $5.
so if his vision comes to light and these factories is built and it's going to be 75 to 77 more dollars. So that's how we got on that, and then that's when you signed on. So
you're saying it's going to cost $325, close to $400 for his shoes.
yeah. So if they
That's
what?
crazy,
How
man.
much? So if the low tops is going for what retail? 200 or 300?
250. Let's just say anywhere between 200 to 250 right now.
200 to 250.
Yeah, that is 3+.
If he manufactures them in the USA, they were projecting that
$400.
it would be 50. It would be 75 to $77. They pretty much had it a $2 plus minus that it would take to manufacture his shoes. It would be 75 to 77 more in the US as opposed to China.
That ain't gonna happen. Adidas ain't gonna even let that shit ride.
That's pretty much. And so my brother Timothy here is saying, then that's when we got to talking about, Shan, what are we doing? How come he can't buy land in Chicago or some places down here where all them cornfields?
Where we're heavily populated. I mean, Wyoming. I don't know about Wyoming, but I do know where Chicago is, New Champaign. I mean, wherever we are densely populated. Why not put something there? If your plan is to hire, your own people. If you consider us your own people, So
Now, can I answer that?
Go ahead.
This is one of the worst states ever for taxes. For businesses, one of the worst states ever. I get taxed. This state is taxing the hell out of. I got a popcorn business in Chicago, gourmet popcorn business. It taxed the hell out of me, guys. It taxed the hell out of me. You cannot get rich in the state of Illinois if you of color. I don't know about anybody else, but you of color, you cannot get rich. Do you know that in the black community up here, they took out 2 Targets? They took Target, snatched they stores up out of the black community, and they were making money.
Right, I remember that. I remember that. We might have talked about that.
Wow.
They were making money.
There were no more Targets in
Why they leave?
They left because the tip funds ran out. They made money. It wasn't a theft thing. It wasn't all that, too much stealing and all this other kind of stuff. It wasn't any kind of thievery. It had nothing to do with it. They took jobs away from the black community in 2 different areas. One on 87th and Cottage Grove, and the other one on 119th and right off I-57
by the expressway. I know exactly that Target.
That's right down the street from where I live. They took that away. So when those tip funds ran out, whatever the tip funds that they have, they took it away and they put it towards Lincoln. The Targets being built near downtown, near on the north side, where it's diversely populated / quotation marks. If you understand what I'm saying. Okay. They put it in the UIC area, University of Illinois Chicago area. They put them Lincoln Yards. They put them even further up north. They got one in Hyde Park. That's the closest one. Closest Target on the south side is in Hyde Park, whereas around University of Chicago. So in this state, you cannot get rich. I understand what you're saying about why not Kanye bring the damn factories here. It's not going to happen in this state. They wouldn't even allow that to happen. They wouldn't allow it to happen. And Adidas wouldn't allow it to happen. He would not make any money as a businessman here.
Right. Makes sense.
It's just the worst truth ever. Trust me. You cannot get rich in this state. You cannot get wealthy in this state at all. We get taxed the hell out of over and get penalized if you late by $1. Well, they lost a third of the millionaires last year.
Yeah,
this state lost a third of millionaires. So you got to understand the reason why he going to Wyoming, where it's densely populated. He probably getting tax breaks to come there. Wow. There's nothing there but ranch and cattle. and it's right on the tip of Canada. Now, I don't blame him for wanting to move there, but I can see him setting up a business. I don't see Adidas going for it at all. He might set up Yeezy or the design part there, but as far as manufacturing,
yeah, it don't make sense. Yeah, it don't make sense. No.
Wow.
It doesn't. Now, when you paying $35 to get a shoe made, and you paying that person how much you paying them the employee at the sweatshop factories or whatever, how much
nothing,
you paying them?
Pennies.
Nothing. You paying them an hour.
So everything pretty much is net. Very little overhead.
Correct.
Yep. So that's why.
I mean, you know how much the James Hardens cost? They cost $130.
Wow.
And that's cheap as far as him and Kyrie. Their shoes are pretty much.
Who make that shoe?
Nike make Kyrie and Adidas make James Harden. I think
so. They the ballers. They the bosses. Nike and Adidas.
Right, they the boss.
Bosses.
You talking about?
Okay, you got to go. Okay,
about a $35
Mr. Baller brand. He got his
you
own.
retailing it for $135 or more?
right.
What about Baller brand? He ain't making his own shoe.
Oh, Baller brand that crushed me, man. They supposed to be coming back, but they had some inside. They had some inside corruption from the inside. Typical niggas.
No. You got to look at You look at the UNIA, United Negro Improvement Agency. Those people were sent in, and Marcus Garvey was trying to get people, galvanized. He had millions and millions of people. He was destroyed from inside. I mean, you too hard on black folks, man. For real, brother Ken.
All right, I'm too
For real. I mean, it may be us, but of course, we got some ignorant stuff going on. We just don't know, but we just got to grow out of it. How do we do that, man? First, start with yourself, your family. Get that secure first before you start trying to help somebody else. You got to have yourself together first. Like him doing the gourmet popcorn thing. Guess what? He's gonna help his family before he helps somebody else.
Yeah,
that's his responsibility. That's what you checked it out. You checked it out.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I met Jamal one time. I feel like I've been knowing him forever, but
Was it popping?
Yeah, it was real good.
You'll get it again?
Yeah, absolutely. Matter of fact, Jamal, I'm gonna be up there. Definitely. I don't know when y'all taping, but January 2nd is on a Thursday. I'll be up there January 1st. So if y'all record Wednesday, I want to slide. But I know
I'm gonna listen to it. I want to listen to it.
But I ain't
Brother Timothy, you invited also.
And he always up in Chicago.
I'll be up there tomorrow.
Yeah.
You all invited. Both of y'all invited. Come on by the show. You said January 2nd. I'll make a special show for you.
Well, the best day would be January 1st. So you get your New Year's Eve in, and then January 1st will be that Wednesday. But that's a few months off.
Okay, cool. I got you. Let's make it happen.
Yeah, because I'm going to Vegas. I'm going to Vegas on January 2nd at 8 something.
Where you staying? You say.
No, man, I ain't gonna do that.
Come on.
You gonna snitch on me?
Nope, I ain't, man. Not never that. I'm just saying, you should be very proud of it.
Hey, Jamal. Hey,
be very happy.
Hey,
You should be very happy, man. You're going on vacation with your family and everything. I think that's good, brother Ken.
How you'll be doing
support him, man. Tell him you support him.
huh?
Tell him you support him. You got that hat. You got that mag. Whatever. Here you go. You got that mag.
Man, you see what podcast partners do, man?
Man, nope. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. You can support anybody you want. Yes or no?
Of course.
That's right.
That don't mean
You want to? Yes or no?
nah, Jamal. Here go the story, man.
You ain't got to explain it. I'm just saying you should be proud.
Hey, I'm transparent on here.
I will stay there. It wouldn't bother me at all. It wouldn't bother me.
All right, Jamal. We're going to Vegas. I'm taking my family to Vegas.
You're a good man, brother.
To lick on some tickets.
Okay.
Man, you're a good father.
So I'm looking for hotels. Trying to find the best bang for buck. And the best bang for buck was a Trump International.
I think that's wonderful, man.
But I got to December 30th to cancel, so
Why would you cancel?
hey.
You'll stay at another hotel that he owns that you may not know him. eat it. You know, I mean, don't be like Killer Mike. Y'all be sitting outside going, man, we can't stay nowhere. Got your whole family looking at you, me, looking like, damn, man.
I don't even think they really know. I don't even think my wife knows.
Watch this. Don't spoil the trip.
Now they gonna know now.
Don't spoil the trip.
Yeah, she'll listen. She be
But still,
listening.
listen. Don't spoil the trip.
Yeah.
It's not that big of a deal. I'm saying, we don't. Do we have any hotels in Vegas?
I don't know.
But that's not what you're looking for. You're looking to have a good time. You shopping with your dollars, and you're gonna stay at the hotel that you know is gonna service your needs. That's fine.
Yeah, it's like 5 stars.
5 stars, 6 stars, whatever. I mean, you staying where you know you're gonna have a good time. Your family's gonna have a good time.
I was thinking about complaining and getting the resort fees taken off.
I mean, you don't have to complain. You could just negotiate. You negotiate.
Yeah.
Tell them, hey, I'm thinking
Why
about.
you do Airbnb instead?
You know, I might do that
But he don't own that. Would that matter?
No, I don't have to own
It
it.
doesn't matter. No. If Trump owns that, would it matter? If he owns the Airbnb,
If I wouldn't, as long as I don't know.
go enjoy yourself, man. That's why that ignorance is bliss. Don't ask no more questions. You have a real good time.
They gonna be looking at. They gonna be looking.
Y'all
They gonna
blissful,
look
man. Like, hey,
crazy.
I don't want to know. Just go in there like this. I don't care. I don't want to know. Doesn't matter.
They gonna look at him crazy. Everybody gonna be looking at you crazy walking outside down there in the vestibule. You going swimming in the Trump International Pool, man. You better go get this. Go get you a room at the Rio or Caesars or Bally's.
His cousin on it. His son on it. Daughter. They done changed the name. You got to go through layer on top of layer, LLCs, S corp. You never find out who owns it. You done wasted. Hey, you done messed up your trip, man. Trying to go through all that. Enjoy yourself, because no matter what hotel you go to, they got Trump trucks pulling the food up in the restaurant. So it ain't gonna matter, man. It's not gonna.
No, go stay at the Caesars, man.
Go have you some fun, bro. And don't think about that kind of stuff. And when he's reelected again, it ain't gonna matter.
Yeah,
I hope he don't get. Yeah.
Whether he's elected again, reelected, it's not gonna matter, man.
It really ain't.
Because I still have to do what I have to do.
Well, Jamal, you're a business. I mean, you a. Before we let you go, I ain't gonna keep you too much longer. So I like what Lightfoot is. I like Lightfoot. I do. I'm looking from afar. So, what are your view on politics and voting?
You know, I'm tired of voting for Democrats and Republicans, but I'm going to vote though, no matter what. You know, I have to. Yeah, I'm gonna. I'm getting to the. I'm at the age now where I have to vote what makes financial sense. Also, at the same, it's a merging of philosophies. It has to make financial sense, and it has to make social sense for my small children. You know what I'm saying? For my children. So I'm conflicted, but you know, I'm not voting for Trump. I know that for sure.
Right? No, I'm not either.
Me?
I'm not voting for Trump. And like, you know, I don't know what I'm going to do. I really don't like Biden either.
Me either.
I can live with Kamala. I can live with her.
I can too.
She's not going to win, but I can live with her.
Right.
Bernie, too old.
So
Yeah.
Bernie is too old. And he just suffered a heart attack.
Yeah.
Bernie is too old.
He'd be dead before they get to the.
What are we left to do? To go up against Trump and the Republicans? If he lasts that long, I mean, the thing about it is they're doing the impeachment. They're taking it to the House right now for the impeachment.
Yeah, I just seen that. That just yeah.
They're not going to impeach him.
They not, of course, but I mean, it's good. It's good talkative.
Yeah, they're not going to impeach him.
It's good talkative substance, but I mean, I guess Biden is it. But I'm not voting for Biden, so
yeah,
I'm not voting for Biden.
Yeah.
I'll vote. Like the title of our show was last night. It's the devil, and then it's you.
Yeah,
you know. So if Kamala's the devil, I'll vote for that devil. Then that's from my community. So at least I know that devil. That devil got some compassion. All she need to do is, I guess, what's gonna happen was he got to listen to Kanye's "Jesus is King," and then she'll be back. She'll be back, okay?
Hey. I guess.
Wow.
Man,
I don't know. I got to get going, man. I
Hey
appreciate
man,
you letting me call.
no man, thank you, my brother. We
Yeah, I'm at to
trying
listen
some
to that
things.
show.
I
That's
know
good.
the
That's super
Facebook
good.
crowd couldn't hear you, but I'm gonna probably just
Right.
break the link down and just post as soon as we got on the phone so they can hear that. So
That's good.
Okay.
hey,
Okay,
hey,
that's
brother,
good.
I appreciate you, man.
You got an open invitation. Both of y'all got an open invitation to
Okay.
come. Let me know if I'm at the
Appreciate it,
special
brother.
show on the Friday night
Okay, my brother.
for y'all to come on
Good.
and
Okay.
everything. All right.
Sound good.
Good talking to you.
All right, peace
All right,
out.
Peace, my
All
brother.
right.
Again, thank you, Jamal. I definitely just post the link with his audio. Just still working out some kinks. I gotta do some audio tests to see if some things can happen. So when people do call in, the people listening, can definitely hear us. I mean, hear the caller.
Mm-hmm.
But if you call in, you definitely can hear if you holding the phone up. So what else we got, man?